Flying Hero is something special for me. This was my test Famidaily game. I made an episode about it just to try out the concept of Famidaily. I've thrown away that sample episode. You learn things as you go, after all. The reason I chose it for my trial run is because it's the perfect Famidaily game. Interesting, but obscure. And lots of quirky mechanics and odd twists to it. Flying Hero puts you in the shoes of a firefighter who bounces off a trampoline toward windows in a burning building. The windows could be empty, on fire, or have a person screaming for help. You control the firefighters with a trampoline, trying to direct your co-worker toward targets. And your goal on every stage is to either get all of the people out of the building, or put out all of the fires. Generally speaking, getting all of the people out of the building earns you more points, but putting out the fire is faster, and you get bonus points for the number of people left in the building when the fire's out. The fire can spread to adjacent windows, and if there's fire around some people, they may start jumping out of the building. You'll have to catch them for points as well. The fire also grows if you aren't actively dousing it. There's 3 levels to the flames, and hitting a burning window with a firefighter knocks those flames down by 1. For the people you need to rescue, there's multiple people behind every window, so you have to go back several times to get them all. The real trick to Flying Hero is that when you hit a flaming window, often an item will drop out, and there are a lot of items to collect. The worst thing that may drop is a spark. Catching one of those sets the trampoline on fire, and if you catch another one, your trampoline burns up. But if your trampoline's on fire, one of the windows may drop an extinguisher which will put out the flames. The most common thing to drop from the windows are money bags. Those are just worth points. You could collect a trampoline which extends the size of your trampoline. It can go up to 2 sizes larger. But there will also be axes that fall from the windows, and if you collect one of those, it shrinks your trampoline. Collecting the POW makes your fireman stronger. It gives him a different colored outfit, and for each one you collect, he can knock down an additional level of flames when he bumps into a window. The armor makes him just go straight through windows rather than bouncing off of them. It lasts about 15 seconds. And then we get to the complicated stuff. Collecting the trumpet will summon a storm cloud that will gradually put out all of the flames. You still have to survive as the cloud moves through, though. The remote summons a helicopter, and if you manage to latch onto it, it'll drop a bomb that'll put out all the fire, and then take you up to a bonus stage. Here, the fireman bounces around the clouds for about 30 seconds, while you collect the items that come out. Most of these are just points, but there are some extra lives that will pop out as well. Collecting this item takes you to a whole different bonus stage. And no, I don't know what the icon is supposed to be either. Here you're inside the burning building, and pressing A hoses things down with water while B opens up a door. Behind the doors you could find extra lives, people to rescue, enormous fires that require a lot of water to put out, bombs that you'll have to wait to explode, clocks that freeze everything including the timer, and stairs that will take you to a different floor. What you're really looking for in the building is a key, and that will end the stage immediately and warp you a little bit ahead. I found these bonus stages to be a bit clunky. The controls are a bit stiff, and opening doors throws you to one side, so you might have to open them multiple times to get the item out. Touching fire on the bonus stage drains some of your timer, so at least you're not at risk of losing a life. On some of the stages, the building will be multiple screens tall. These don't work so well. You can't collect items while your trampoline is off screen, and the height makes it tougher to aim at people. The key strategy in Flying Hero is that you have to keep your firemen in the air. There will be a lot of things falling out of that building toward you, but you have to keep your eye on the firemen. It's similar to Arkanoid, where you're going to be tempted to pursue power-ups, but the really important thing is to keep the play going. I really wish that Flying Hero supported the Arkanoid controller. The controls are D-pad only, and that does make the game feel not as smooth. When you start the game, you're given the choice between normal and fast. Personally, I didn't see fast as being that much faster. When you get a game over, there's no obvious way to continue, but you can use a cheat code. Hit up, up, down, down, select 4 times, and then press start, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Unfortunately, continuing doesn't blank out the score, which is an unfortunate oversight since this is really an arcade-style game. And that's something that came up with reviewers in 1989. They felt that the game was very old-fashioned. And it kind of is. It is just a score-attack arcade game. The kind of thing that we really don't see a whole lot of on the Famicom anymore. There's a kind of sequel spin-off game for Flying Hero, and it's not the Super Famicom game. That Flying Hero has no relation to this one. On the Sega Mark III, there's a game called Megumi Rescue. Both it and Flying Hero are based on the same unreleased arcade game, but both of them expand the game in different ways. I like the Famicom Flying Hero quite a bit. I know it's not flawless. I can spend a lot of time bouncing around on one screen unable to hit my final target. But it's a game I enjoy putting in for a short play session every once in a while. I think it helps that there are gaps between the bricks, to put it in Arkanoid terms, since that results in your firefighter tending to shoot off in interesting places. It gives it a distinct spin on the block-breaking games that I enjoy quite a lot.